Minnesota Timberwolves are number 8 in the West, and I think they're in a squabble for number 6 in the
Yes.
Western Conference because they're only a half game back on the Golden
Mm-hmm.
Warriors and essentially tied with the LA Clippers.
Mm-hmm.
What can we expect from the Wolves in the playoffs?
It depends on where they end up, to be honest. I think their length in the playoffs, because I believe they'll make the playoffs, but their time in the playoffs will be determined on their positioning, right? If they are the number 6 seed, then they'll be going up as we speak against the Denver Nuggets. Would you want to see a rematch? Probably, right? If they happen to be number 7, they'll go up against the Rockets. Great matchup for a round one
Mhm.
game. And if they're number 8, they'll go up against OKC. Again, a great matchup for a round one playoff game. So I just think that either positioning for the Wolves, 6 through 8 would be a nice position for them. And I think any game that they go to for round one would be a must see TV. I think so.
Oh,
So
oh.
so
Mhm.
it's going to be great to watch the Wolves in round one, whatever team they go up against. Mm-hmm.
Oh, absolutely. And you know what? I agree with you. It depends. Let me tell you,
It
because
depends.
Anthony Edwards, though, I've said for a while, Anthony Edwards needs to carry the Timberwolves in order for them to go anywhere. I don't think Julius Randle can do it on his own.
No.
And Donte DiVincenzo and Nas Reed are complementary pieces, but it has to be Ant Edwards. They go as far as Ant will take them. We know last year he hit the wall, right, in the Western
Yeah.
Conference Finals.
Mm-hmm.
But will it be different? I don't know. He did play in the Olympics over the summer, so
Mm-hmm.
he has more mileage and experience under his belt.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I'm concerned about the Timberwolves. I see them making it to the playoffs, but I don't see them going very far, which would be a disappointment because they did make it to
Yeah.
the Western Conference Finals last season.
Yeah, they did last season, but they had Karl Anthony Towns on their roster. Please let's
Uh-oh.
not forget that. And he was a
Mhm.
great 1-2 punch between him, Karl Anthony Towns, and Anthony Edwards. Different squad now, different feel of the squad now. And I just really want Ant Edwards to stop stopping at the perimeter. Can you limit your 3-point shooting? Just reduce it by 5 per game. Drive to the basket. Because when you drive to the basket, you either gonna get the basket and you may get an and one. But the stopping at the perimeter and overshooting 3-pointers, you can't do that in the postseason, Edwards, because I mean sometimes they go down, sometimes they don't. But I think it stifles your offense when you do that. So
I completely agree. Right now, he's number 2 behind Steph Curry in 3 points attempted or made. It's too much.
too
Someone
much.
asked him about that early in the season. They
Mm.
said, "What do you say to the people who say you're shooting too many threes?" And he was like, F them. I was like,
Oh
oh,
no,
okay,
and if okay, you're
okay.
gonna mess around and be FU if you don't and your team if you don't stop shooting these threes. It's too
Yeah,
much. I'm not saying don't do it. Scale back a little bit because I think his superpower is when he drives to the basket.
yeah. He's too explosive not to.
Yes, exactly.
Hmm.
And so I think again, when he always is stopping to look for a 3-pointer, I think it just messes up the whole momentum of what the offense has for him. And so hopefully Coach Finch can talk something into him by the playoffs because then he'll hit the wall again. It'll be the 3-point wall. Stop doing it.
Uh-huh, uh-huh. The thing is, the Timberwolves recently got back Donte DiVincenzo from his toe. We know Julius Randle was out the entire
Yeah.
month of February.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a period of time that they couldn't gel together and build the
Right.
chemistry that they're going to need in the
Yeah.
playoffs.
Yeah.
Finch talked about allowing time for the cake to bake. I said, oh, you know what? I like that. That's his way of saying they need to build chemistry for the playoffs.
Mm.
Let the cake bake.